If you have done a challenge before, you know that the first day is the most exciting day. Like, you have a lot of things lined up you want to change. I have to change this about my finances, I have to change this about my physical health, I have to change this about my relationships, I have to change this about my business, my career, my spiritual life. You write a lot of things down, right? And guess what? After 3 days, reality starts shooting you with double-edged. What kind of gun is that? AK-47. And you start feeling like, man, this is overwhelming. There is so much I have to do, so much. For many people at this stage, they quit. That's why New Year resolutions don't work. For most people, at the beginning of the year, you say, I have to do this. If you check at the beginning of the year, you see that the gyms are crowded the first week. But by the 21st day, the gyms get empty again. People even stop going, even though they have paid for a month's subscription. What is happening is this: you have ended up overwhelming yourself with so much that you have to do, that over time you get tired. You have been living in a certain way for so long, and then you want to change, and you feel you can change everything within a short period. It doesn't work that way. All right? What works is this: even though you want to make all these changes, it took you time to get to where you are. So you have to give yourself time. You have to pace yourself. Those things that you want to change, pace them, give yourself time. So for example, in my own case, the first day of this challenge, I had a lot on my to-do list. I wanted to change this, I want to change that, I'm going to change this, I'm going to change that, blah, 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 blah. Second day, I noticed that I didn't really do everything there. But yesterday, I thought about it and I said, no. The best that I can do for myself is to encourage myself by making progress daily. If I keep having a large to-do list and not meeting up to them, my mind will start interpreting it that I'm failing. And when I start seeing that I'm failing, guess what I'm going to do? I'll give up. So I decided to change my strategy. Instead of having so much to do, why not cut it down? I must do this today. I must do this today. I must do this today. Even if it's 3 things, even if it's 4 things that I have to change, then I focus on ticking them off one after the other. So that at the end of the day, the feeling I have is a feeling of excitement, a feeling of, I set out these goals and I meet them. So with that fuel and pump, I can face the next day with another 3 items, with another 4 items. And guess what? It is not the monumental thing that you did at once that really counts. It is those little changes that look like they do not matter. For example, I could decide that for my mental life, I could decide that, you know what, I'm going to read 3 chapters of a book every day. I'm going to listen to a podcast for 1 hour. After 3 days, I could get tired. However, what if I decide to just read 10 pages of a book every day? Do you know that by reading 10 pages of a book every day, at the end of a month, I would have read 300 pages. Most good books fall within the range of 250 to 350 pages. That means just by doing that, I could be reading 1 book every month. And do you understand the value, or do you understand the kind of difference it would make in your life? So the same lesson is what I'm passing to you. Do not be discouraged because you set out the first 2-3 days and all the things you said you were going to do, you couldn't succeed in doing them. Instead, take a step back, cut down. Do not overwhelm yourself. Your goal should be to make little changes every day. You don't have to make 5 social media posts every day. You're marketing out of nowhere. For the past 6 months, you have not been marketing at all, and now you want to start doing 5 times. No. You could start by making 1 every day. You could start by making maybe 1 or 2 every day. But just make sure that every day I make a little change. Your strategy at this point is that every single day I must take at least 1 step in the direction of my goals. Remember, 1 step in the direction of your goals. That is what matters. Over time, they start to add up. That's the power of compound interest, right? Over time, they start to add up. And before you know it, you've achieved your goal. All right. So this is still Toby Mwaza, and today is day 4 of the 30 days of discipline bootcamp. And I'm here challenging myself and challenging you too. I'll see you on day 5. Let's kick some ass together.